and got swept by that outgoing tide. Montauk is south and east of Plum Island, not that far, maybe 10 miles as the crow flies, maybe less even.
Traub, who reported directly to Heinrich Himmler, who reported directly to Hitler. Traub experimented with unique forms of biological warfare. He specialized in biting and stinging insects. He discovered that if you infect beetles and ticks with a deadly disease, you can drop them on enemy troops and their food supplies. You can devastate an entire army without firing a single shot. Ticks were considered an ideal weapon for biological warfare. They're small, making them hard to detect. They're resilient, making them hard to kill. And they feed on human blood, making them motivated to spread disease.
The tick is the perfect germ vector, which is why it has long been fancied as a germ weapon by early bio-warriors, from Nazi Germany and the Empire of Japan to the Soviet Union and the United States.
A secret program that recruited German scientists, engineers, and technicians. The US gave German scientists a choice. Work for us and your war crimes are forgiven. Not a difficult decision for most. Even if German scientists refused to work for the US, they could still find themselves swept up in Operation Osoaviakhim. This was the Soviet counterpart to Operation Paperclip, but where the US gave scientists a choice, the Soviets took them by force. Erich Traub was one of the scientists forced to work for the Soviets from his lab on Reams Island. But in 1948, British intelligence got him out and brought him to the States. Soon, he was working at Fort Detrick, the Army's biological warfare headquarters. And based on the design of Traub's island in Germany, the United States built their own lab off the coast of New York. So the Plum Island Animal Disease Laboratory opened its doors in 1954.
Island in the 1950s recalls that animal handlers and a scientist released ticks outdoors on the island. They called him the Nazi scientist. In 1951, they were inoculating these ticks.
It would nobody
Makes sense. I don't know. Let me know. Check out his full episode. He puts it together very well.
About 10 million people